So Deadpool, in classic I can fix this mode, decides he's gonna save his world from going down in flames. His genius plan? Dig up Wolverine, who's dead. Because hey, healing powers, right? But when he finally gets to Logan's grave, it's just bones, man. Deadpool starts wailing on the skeleton with a shovel, cursing out his last hope like it's Logan's fault for being, well, dead. After he cools down, he's just chilling, talking to Wolverine's remains like they're old pals catching up. But then, surprise, a bunch of TVA agents show up, ready to haul Deadpool in for messing with the sacred timeline. But Wade's not having it. He grabs Wolverine's adamantium bones and starts laying waste to the TVA squad like it's just another Tuesday. One by one, he takes them out and finishes with a nice touch, punting Wolverine's skull like he's in a football game. Then, rewind a few months. Wade's having this existential crisis, thinking, maybe I should quit being a merc and join the Avengers to win Vanessa back. But when he hits up Happy, he sees right through him. Dude's like, nah, you're too sus to join the squad. So, 6 months later, Wade's trying to piece his life back together, working at a dealership with his homie Peter, who's in the know about his Deadpool life. On Wade's birthday, Peter drags him to his crib for this low-key surprise party. Wade's vibing, chilling with his crew, including Vanessa, who's now his ex. Even though he's still low-key heartbroken, he's kinda stoked to be surrounded by his people. But then, right as he's about to blow out his birthday candles, someone bangs on the door. Wade opens it, and guess what? It's more TVA agents. One dude rips off Wade's wig, and before he can say, WTF, they yank him into a portal. At the TVA HQ, Wade meets this sketchy dude named Paradox, who's like, we're here to keep the sacred timeline from getting wrecked. Paradox spills the tea. They want Deadpool for some major mission, and if he plays along, they'll make him an Avenger. Wade's like, bet, and dashes to get a fresh new suit. But then Paradox drops a bomb. Wade's universe is set to be reset in 72 hours, meaning everyone he loves is about to get Thanos snapped. And why? Because Wolverine was the anchor of Wade's universe, and without him, it's all falling apart. Instead of letting it fizzle out slowly, Paradox built some gnarly machine to wipe it out in one go. Paradox gives Wade two choices: join the Sacred Timeline Squad, or get dusted along with his peeps. But Wade, being Wade, picks option 3. He decks Paradox, snatches the temp pad, and portals back home. Wade sets off on a wild ride through the multiverse to find another Logan who's down to save his world. So, Deadpool's out here jumping through parallel universes trying to find a Wolverine who will help him save his world. But nah, every Logan he runs into is either trying to take him out, or just doesn't care. After getting sliced up a bunch, Deadpool finally stumbles upon this drunk Wolverine, who's also a no-go. With his options running low, Deadpool drags this dude to the TVA headquarters, begging Paradox to swap out the old Wolverine for a new one. Paradox is like, no can do. So Wade pushes to talk to the boss, and finds out Paradox is scheming to pull off this swap on the down low, and is ready to mess things up. To save his job, Paradox decides to reset Deadpool and Wolverine before they can cause more chaos. Deadpool faces off with Logan, who's beyond pissed about being yanked from his own universe. Wade starts unloading on him, but Logan just shreds his weapons with his claws. The fight's wild. Deadpool's swords are stuck in Logan, but Logan's about to finish him off until Deadpool talks him into teaming up. Wade figures Logan's gotta be hurting from some deep loss to be so messed up, and he promises to help fix his universe if Logan helps him get back to the TVA. Before they can wrap it up, Captain America shows up, except it's actually Johnny Storm in disguise, flaming up like a torch. Johnny tries to blaze the enemies away, but Pyro just absorbs all his fire, taking him out. When Sabretooth shows up to fight, Deadpool pulls the sword out of Logan and gets hyped for an epic showdown. But nah, Logan goes straight for the win, decapitating his opponent in one hit. Pyro then uses a giant magnet to trap both Logan and Deadpool, and they end up in a cell with Johnny, taken to Cassandra Nova's lair. Cassandra's the twin sister of Professor X, and is mad at Johnny for trash-talking her. Deadpool spills all the tea about Johnny's comments, and Cassandra decides to take him out. She tells them she was abandoned by her family as a baby, and her bro never came looking. Wolverine tries to fight back, but gets sunk into the ground. Cassandra digs into Deadpool's mind and finds out he's still hurting from a recent breakup. After she's done, Deadpool distracts her so Wolverine can stab her, but Cassandra dodges and summons this big purple cloud, Alioth, to eat them up. They barely escape on a flying device and plan to crash the TVA to capture Paradox and fix everything. But first, they chill at a deserted diner in the middle of nowhere. Over some grub, Deadpool says everyone in his world loves Logan, and Logan's like, in my universe, I'm hated for screwing up big time. After a quick break, Deadpool and Wolverine hit the road again, chasing the border because Johnny said it was the only way out of that messed up world. Out of nowhere, Deadpool spots a dog running at him and totally flips. He's like, "I'm adopting this cutie," but then finds out the dog, Dogpool, already has an owner. That's when Nicepool shows up, ready to claim his pet. Logan asks for directions to the border, and Nicepool, being a solid guy, offers his car to speed things up. Wade hands Dogpool back, hops in the car, and they're off. While they drive, Deadpool asks Wolverine what he'd change if the TVA could mess with the past. Logan realizes he's been duped. Deadpool promised he could fix his world's mess, but it's all a lie. Furious, Logan smashes the car and goes after Deadpool, who's left stunned and on the defensive. They go full brawl mode inside the wrecked car, tearing it apart and leaving a bloody mess. They're healing up quick, so the fight drags on all night. In the morning, another variant shows up and rescues them. Deadpool wakes up to Logan chilling with a whiskey bottle. Just as he's about to react, Elektra pops in and takes Deadpool down. Blade and Gambit roll up with Laura, who found them and brought them to her hideout. She and the others were sent to the Void by TVA to keep them from causing trouble. Deadpool learns they were Johnny's pals and gets pumped to team up against Cassandra Nova, Professor Xavier's twin sister. To stop Cassandra, Elektra remembers Juggernaut's helmet can block Cassandra's powers, but Juggernaut's tight with her. Deadpool hatches a plan to snag the helmet, though Wolverine's not on board. That night, while sipping whiskey by a campfire, Laura visits Logan. She tells him he reminds her of her dad and reveals how he let his team down, which led to their massacre. Logan's guilt has haunted him since. The next morning, Laura joins the crew to Cassandra's hideout. They drive up and blast through the gates with Blade's bazooka, storming the base. Wolverine surprises everyone by showing up, boosting the team's morale. This will be all for today. Like and subscribe for part 2. Stay tuned.